I would like Mr. White to lead us in the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First, with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board in the entrance hall of the Beach Haven Municipal Building and mailing the same to the Beach Haven Times, the Asbury Park Press, and the Press of Atlantic City. Mr. Taxis.
Here.
Mr. Keeler. Mr. Maskell.
Here.
Mr. White.
Here.
Mayor Davis.
Here. Manager's report, please, Rich.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll begin with the treasurer's report for the month of July 2016. Cash receipts in the current fund account for the period July 1st to July 31st were $592,828.19. The cash disbursement in the current fund month of July 2016 totaled $2,207,459.97. Cash balance in the utility account as of July 31st, 2016 is $1,955,971.64, submitted by Treasurer Sharon Cole. Moving on to department reports, everybody has noticed this summer we've had a heavy rain. We've had some drainage issues on the islands, specifically in Beach Haven. We have been dealing with the county engineer's office because our drainage system is intricately meshed together with the county drainage system. That being that the main drains run down the boulevard, the county outflow pipes running into the bay. So when they don't work, we don't drain. We're not getting much service from the engineer's office, so it's suggested by our engineer that I reach out to the freeholder in charge of this particular aspect of county government, that being freeholder Jerry Little. I wrote him a letter a couple weeks ago, a response basically saying that they are concerned about our concerns, that they have arranged to have members of their engineering staff meet with us. I believe it's August the 23rd, or set to go over that. But in the meantime, one specific area that has been really bad has been Ocean Street. That was a county outflow pipe that really had collapsed over the winter time. The county had come out. I think the contractor was out there, let's say 6 weeks, doing that work. And if anybody's seen Ocean Street when there's any kind of flooding, it's probably the worst area in town. We did promise before our meeting to have the contractor out there to do some televising and hopefully diagnose what's going on with Ocean Street. Hopefully we'll get some assistance from the county in terms of improving the drainage area. Also received notice that bid opening for the construction of the municipal building has been postponed until August the 16th at 1 p.m. This was at the request of some of the builders. Each batch sales to date, total sales to August 4th, total $426,880. Sounds like a lot of money, however, in comparison to last year, with good weather, I'm a little surprised to report that we're down almost $20,000 compared to the same period of time. Quite proud of why we are at this point. Lifeguards, through August 7th, they performed 158 rescues. It's still quite rough out there. Exercise some care. We also have had 6 EMS activation on beach incidents. EMS first responder incidents, total 13. And finally, first aid calls, total 339. This folks have been very active. That's all I have to do.
Thank you. Our next is the approval of minutes without reading.
I have an agenda meeting of June 22nd, 2016, a special meeting of June 29th, 2016, an agenda meeting of July 6th, 2016, the executive session of July 6th, 2016, another executive session of July 6th, 2016, a regular meeting of July 11th, 2016, and finally an agenda meeting of July 20th, 2016.
Okay, had a chance to read the minutes?
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
Ordinances.
Ordinance 2016-15, an ordinance renewing the 19 and regulating the statutory authority of Verizon New Jersey Inc. and its successors, and assigns to use various public streets, roads, avenues, highways, and other public ways in the Borough of Beach Haven, Ocean County, New Jersey, for its local and through lines and other communication facilities, and prescribing the conditions thereof. First reading.
Do I have a motion to approve the first reading?
Motion to approve. Second.
Mr. Taxis?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Ordinance 2016-16C, an ordinance establishing Chapter 65, buildings, numbering of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to require property owners to post their house numbers. First reading.
Again, do I have a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Mr. Taxis?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Ordinance 2016-17C, an ordinance amending Chapter 51, Animals of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to remove the requirement for an annual canvass of dogs. First reading.
Again, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve 2016-17.
A second?
Second.
Mr. Taxis?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. Okay, now on the resolution, for the, consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered to be routine by the municipal council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds, and any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda and discussed separately. All consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes. Resolution 177, certifying additional funds for auditing services, Holman Freedy and Allison PC. Resolution 179, approving an application for an EBC social affairs permit for the Southern Ocean County Chamber of Commerce for the annual Travel Fest weekend. Resolution 180, renewing membership in the Ocean County Joint Insurance Fund. Resolution 181, supporting Governor Christie's fairness formula. Resolution 182, returning piling bonds. Resolution 183, calling for sensible rules on the publication of public notices. Resolution 185, returning park bonds. Resolution 188, approving change order number 1, final 2016 drainage project, Pennsylvania Avenue, Delaware Avenue, and 7th Street. Resolution 189, approving change order 1, 2014 road reconstruction improvement project, Ingleside Avenue. Resolution 190, releasing the curb and sidewalk bond, and Resolution 191, returning the street opening bond.
Would anybody in the council like to remove any of these items for further discussion? In that case, is there a motion to approve these resolutions?
Motion to approve and approve.
Second?
Second.
Mr. Taxis?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
I have a bill list this evening in the amount of $3,474,215.31.
Has everybody read bills?
Yes.
Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question on the Aloy's, $23,000. Is that the lawsuit from the police?
Not all, but a good fair amount of it, yes.
So that's through 6/30?
Yes, that would be much more.
We have a couple of little bills too. Any other questions regarding the bills? A lot of these are school bills, and the majority of this money is going to schools. We'll see if Christie's fairness bill will actually work.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Mr. Taxis?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. All right, so we approved the bills, and now we're to public comment. So this is an opportunity for the public to come forward and make a comment. Please come up to the front, state your name and address, and we're looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Okay? We are here.
Hello.
Right?
David.
to talk about the town club. I'm not sure what we're doing, but Jackie was there the other day, and she said that you guys are friends of Public Works, which I understand that we're going to do something and try to get this problem fixed. I met with Barry Baxter yesterday. He didn't understand the issues. I explained them to him. I explained them to Mike Batista. I'm looking forward to you taking care of that. And I think you showed me the done. So, thank you.
Exactly what is Public Works doing? I thought that the town club was maintaining that property.
They haven't done anything there.
I know,
We've
but I
been
thought
waiting
they
2
were
years.
obligated to
That's it.
maintain the property.
And it's awful. It's overgrown. Now we've got 3 of the streetlights are burned out. And they'll get there middle September when, it suits them to do that. It's just not.
Can Public Works send them a bill?
Mayor, the Public Works was talking about the parking lots, about what we
Oh, we're talking about the parking lots. I thought you were talking
Well,
about the.
The parking lots haven't been maintained. They need to be maintained. And if Public Works doesn't do something, and the town club doesn't do something, I'm going to do something. And it's going to involve all of us, because they're just not doing what they're supposed to do. I've been begging for this to be done. It doesn't make sense, but Jackie was there the other
Just send
day.
our code enforcement person over to talk to your head of your condo
It's
association.
not my condo association. With my condo
You-
association, it wouldn't look like that, believe me. So, thank you.
For the, apparently, just to inform everybody, including council, according to when the town club was built, they agreed to maintain some of the property, like the islands in the street where there's landscaping, to keep that clean and weeded. That was something they were going to do. It wasn't supposed to be a borough project. They put streetlights in, which are attractive. They were supposed to make sure that they worked and functioned.
We also did a land swap. We took a big parking lot that was
Right.
down by Holly
I understand
Snack
that.
Bar, and we split it in 2 and put half next to Barry's,
Right.
half next to what's now called the Triton, because we felt it was closer to the business community, would make more sense. They get used, they're full, it's great. The problem is, it's a nice streetscape, and the town said, we love your ideas, but you have to maintain it. So we wrote it into the documents, and they're supposed to maintain it.
Okay.
And they keep saying, we didn't know, we didn't, you have your documents. When I turned it over, you can bet I made sure they all understood that. But I got a bunch of cheapskates who were born in there, they don't want to spend the money to do what they're supposed to do. And they don't have a right to say, we're not doing it.
Well, when they pay condo fees, I have a condo, so I know that they're supposed to maintain the grounds, and I would assume the parking lots and those bump outs in the street with the landscaping are part of the grounds of the town club.
They're not part of the grounds of the
They're really
town
the
club.
town.
They're really improvements that by license of the Borough of Beach Haven, they were permitted. But the condition is they're to keep them maintained.
Right, I
If you're
understand.
not maintaining them, Hurricane Sandy washed away a lot of the beautiful landscaping. Now listen, Town Club does present itself well most of the time. But when you look at these 2 parking lots that are up against the entrance to the Town Club, the weeds, the grasses, the trees are just, they're in really bad shape. And it's ugly. And frankly, it reflects on me. And I don't like that a little bit, when something reflects on me and it's not right. I wrote those documents to make that a great project for this town, and I've been over a year trying to get the town and the Town Club Association to do what it is that they're supposed to do.
Okay, well, I think the town's trying to get the town club to do it.
And if they don't do it, assess them, or if nobody's going to do it, I'm happy to handle it the hard way. I don't want to do that.
Okay, all
I
right,
want it to be right.
all right,
Okay?
thank you.
And I think we all do. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anybody else like to come forward and speak?
Write it down.
Mike, I guess you're
Did you
next.
just start asking people?
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait.
Well, is there anybody else? You better not wait, or I'm going to close the public comment.
Okay. Nice to see there's more people on the council tonight. I wanted to ask about this thing that you're supporting, that Christie's proposing for the schools, the taxes.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to ask about?
Well, when was there a discussion on that? I mean, you guys supported it. That doesn't reflect how I feel about it at all.
Well, the reason I think we're supporting it, and I can let my fellow council members elaborate on this, I have some questions about it too, because I think it's very important we have a good school system. the reason for doing this is to equalize the payment throughout the state, which is supposed to, and I don't know exactly how it's going to work, lower the school taxes, even it out so that we're not all paying huge school taxes. According to Christie's plan, we pay the highest school taxes in the country just about, in New Jersey. And that's one of the reasons our real estate taxes are so high. Obviously, the schools will have to be supported, not just by real estate taxes. From my reading of the document, it appears that what he wants to do is pull all the money and allocate an amount, which is around $7,000 per student, that would be funneled into every community, so that there would be a more equal.
It's going to really
I read the resolution.
adversely affect poor districts and areas in the state that are struggling.
Well, it
I
should
think
help
it's
the poor
unfair,
districts.
and I don't think it's how to approach this in order for us to save money on our taxes. That's how I feel.
Well,
I don't think it's a good idea. We might be in the right direction, but I don't like it.
Okay,
And
well,
I don't support it.
Okay.
When you guys decided to do the ban on smoking, did you at the same time decide on the fines for it? Because I didn't
I
see,
don't remember. Sorry.
you don't remember?
I don't remember what we decided for fines. Yeah, I can't remember the amount, but I just,
But you do remember me keep mentioning $250.
well, I know you said 200.
Right, it's, well, Bob Keeler's wife got a ticket for $250 for flicking it out the window. Cigarette. And lo and behold, to my surprise, and I've said that many times, and I was never stand corrected or let me know anything was different. And lo and behold, in the newspaper, I guess Christie's trying to take credit for what you went ahead and did, opposed to waiting for him to do something. Beach Haven adopted an ordinance in May to ban smoking on all beaches, including within 15 feet of beach access pathways, as well as any recreational or park area or borough-owned property. First offense violators included a fine up to $50. I love that. I prefer giving people warnings for $250, but have a record of them, and if they do it again, whack them heavy. $50, everybody and their grandmother should get a ticket. Period. Period. For littering, cigarettes in particular. The second offense, it goes up to $100, and then third offense, I see up to $200 and you're including community service. It needs to be enforced. It just shouldn't be a feel-good ordinance.
We know that.
It's
So difficult ordinance to enforce. We have a lot of need for enforcement.
But any officer walking the street and see somebody smoking, and they're walking into a restaurant or a store, the first thing they do is get rid of it. I did it for 30 years. Well, maybe 20 years. The last 10, I was good. As an idiot, I still smoked that. Haven't probably 15 years. The filters are putting cancer-causing toxic chemicals into the soil, and there's trillions of them that are being deposited each year, and if you look anywhere, you'll see them everywhere. To ignore it, I would prefer you guys taking a leadership role opposed to following.
We have a lot of enforcement problems, Michael.
Well, it's, you know, I see the officers walking in the town and they're talking to each other and, you know, and I'm glad they're there and everything, but people should, if they're coming here, we don't expect any more respect than they give themselves on their property at their home.
Mike, I've ridden around in police cars with some of our officers, and I've seen them stop people that are littering, and, I mean, it's just hard to find. I mean, somebody came in here today, they were upset because there were some kids smoking with a bong on their beach end, and I guess maybe the cops came up and they must have thrown it over onto their property to get rid of it, and, you know, it's hard to enforce.
Surprised they could think that quick.
Anyway, yeah, depends on what was in the bong.
Right, this
All right.
is true.
Okay,
Uh,
well, we'll keep that in mind.
Well, if you, I would prefer seeing a leadership role in town, and us leading, not following. And I'm glad to see so many people here tonight. I happen to drive round trip 190 miles to come here, to talk. I guess anybody that's a resident in town travels maybe a mile and a half at best. I don't know why more people aren't here. I've always come to these meetings thinking that I can make a difference, and I can participate, and I can offer and volunteer and help.
And that's true, and it's very helpful to have people come to meetings and state their opinions and their ideas, and often we're able to act on those. Anything else, Michael?
We'll have plenty, but I'm going to hold it off and get you guys with the emails first, and then see you in September.
Okay,
Okay, Rich, did you all go on vacation? How was it? I see that smile, you must have been a nice place. Okay, thanks for your time, I appreciate it.
anybody else would like to come forward?
My name is Russell Hill. I live at 601 South Bay Avenue, the corner of Ocean and Bay Avenue. I have the property that's most affected by the flooding on Ocean Street, without a doubt. I was very pleased to see the work on the sewer that changed the line to go directly down Ocean Street into the bay. However, there appears, and I wanted to say that what I'm saying is tentative because we need to observe much more what happened. First of all, it appears that it is retarding the inflow from the bay, which is nice. And so we don't get brackish water there. Second, if the tide at certain times, I have to be descriptive, then I'm going to give a suggestion of what the problem might be. Sometimes it drains great, like it has never before. Other times it stops, it does not drain, and indeed it holds the water for a long period of time. Maybe hours after it would normally do so. I think two of you at least have seen my email to the county engineer, and to what I'm trying to say there, I would like to be included in the discussions and talk with you about it before the meeting. Now, my hypothesis is they have a flapper valve. And when the tide's up, and I'm starting to keep records and trying to be a objective observer, I think when the tide is up, the water doesn't go down and it keeps it locked for a much longer period. That's my suggestion. And if they can re-engineer it some way, I'm not an engineer, and I'm not even sure that's the problem. I don't have a good data. So I'd like to be involved in the discussion, and I'll talk with you after. And I want to thank the county, and if you're taking initiative and supporting action on this, I appreciate it. My property is much more threatened now due to this change than it was before. Although Sandy was disaster.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
One of the things that we understand are clear, I'm going to be attending the meeting with the county, is that what they are doing now is there is a filtering system on the outflow to the bay. And the feeling is that's retarding the flow of the water going back into the bay.
Well, that's what I don't know. That's where I turn to the engineer. But I try to describe.
Apparently, this is a new regulation from the state of New Jersey that deals with the fact that you're not supposed to pollute the bays with water coming from the streets. And it's a new regulation, so that's going to be part of the discussion.
I certainly want that.
We're all working to try to figure
Trying
this
to figure it out,
out.
and we've suggested that they also go in there and inspect it and also to
record of the time and quality of drainage.
That would be very helpful. That's great, thank
Thank
you.
you very much
She said, yeah.
for your action.
Anybody else like to come forward and speak? Yes?
Scott Cunningham, 6 Street. On a positive note,
That's always nice.
yeah, last year I had brought up the beach badges for local residents. Rich, I'm sorry to hear that we lost so much money on beach badges, but I live here in the winter, you're local, you get a free beach badge. That's not too much to ask. Construction, I've seen it in other beach communities where they've gone really off the deep end, but Saturdays and Sundays, I don't think people are paying $5,000 a week should have to listen to construction on Saturday from 7 or 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. That's ridiculous to me. And I believe from June 15th to September 15th, it's not too much to ask for construction workers to start from 8 to 5. You still got your 9 hours of work. That's not unrealistic. Instead of from 7:01, you hear the chainsaws and stuff going till 7 at night. That's unacceptable. If I was renting for $5,000 per week and they were building right behind me, I wouldn't come back. And there's a lot of people with that attitude. All right. Rich, what's the municipal building that bid at this moment in time? How much?
The original bid we rejected, came out of question.
All right, and what was that?
It's about 7
It
million.
was like
7 million.
$7
Do you think we can downsize this?
What we did quite a bit.
Good. I mean, 7 million is a lot of money for a municipal.
No.
Municipal complex, especially at that point in time.
It was rejected. We did do a value engineering session with the architect and the contractors, and the value engineering session. We took out over $1.9 million of this.
It's a beautiful thing for the taxpayer. Have we ever considered having a public advocate to represent the taxpayer? I mean, it's not,
Well, there is a taxpayers association, and right now you're representing the taxpayers.
I'm trying my best.
Right.
All right, other than that, I don't see much. Oh, I discussed this.
So you said it was a positive note.
I'm being positive. I mean, it sounds like everyone's been trying to poke their eyes out. Setbacks. I discussed this with Mayor Stewart and Commissioner Healy when I was on the land use board. This was before he left and Mayor Easton came in. It's 5 and 10. I believe the town, you talk about open space, that went away 50 years ago, we're all kids. But I believe the 5 and 10, we need to go 10 and 15. Reduce the size and volume of the house. I've been in the building business for 4 years. It would not hurt. I mean, these are only houses that are lived in for 2 months a year. Reduce the size of the house, increase the setbacks, would make the town a nicer town instead of Ocean City, where when you flush your toilet at night, if your windows are open, you can hear your next door neighbor. I mean, because if you got 5 and 5 on either side, it's right there. But increase the setbacks, and I believe we do need to stop the high density. I mean, there is more people in the town now than there ever has been, and high density is nothing for our community. Thank you. You have a great evening.
Thank you. Somebody else like to come forward and speak? Yes.
Mary Ann Holden, Level 2.1. I'd like to say thank you to whoever is getting my weeds cut next door. Thank you so
Is it
much.
Mike?
Back row.
Is it Michael?
Well, whoever it is. Now, premature question possibly. I know there's a lot of work being done on that road. I know there's going to be a lot of construction being done. Does Beach Haven have any kind of an ordinance or a law where when you knock down property, that they can blitz the house first, meaning you lock it up, you lock it just in case there's rats in the house, or any kind of ordinance permit?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think we've had major
Well, my
problems.
concerns are this, you know, black nails are getting knocked down, and that has food in it, all right? And I know they try to maintain it. And then I have another house in house is the only house that's going to hit. And I'm a little concerned about that. Now, if I was going to exterminate them, I'll go with it.
Why don't we call it Board of Health there and see what they can have ready for
That's the route to go.
Back to you, Bill.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Would anybody else like to come forward and speak? Going once, going twice, going three times. I'm now going to close the floor for public comments. And we have final remarks by council, and I'll start with Mr. White.
Okay, I'd just like, we've been inundated with work by the lifeguards. The rip currents have been tremendous. 75 in 2 days one time last week. And I'd just like to read something to you. On August the 7th at approximately 4:15 p.m., lifeguard Katie Chambers extracted an unresponsive 58-year-old man from the waters close to shore, just north of the lifeguard station on Pearl Street. Katie was assisted in removing the victim from the water while protecting the cervical region of his neck by her partner, Nick DeSanti. At the same time, Anna Hess, the third member of the lifeguard staff at Pearl Street stand, radioed that they had an unconscious, unresponsive victim and required immediate backup. Nick DeSanti assessed the patient for pulse and breathing. The patient had neither. Nick began CPR as Katie began assembling a bag valve mask to perform rescue breaths with. Shortly after, Lieutenant Megan Morrow, a certified CPR instructor, arrived on the scene and again assessed the patient's vital signs. With still no pulse or breathing, Megan began chest compressions on Nick as Nick and Katie used the bag valve mask to deliver rescue breaths. Upon his arrival, Chief Mike Lawrence, a certified EMT, assumed control of the breathing components of the scenario. Officer Joe Bowler of the PJ Police Department assisted by hooking up a portable oxygen bottle to the bag valve mask while Chief Mike Lawrence performed a modified jaw thrust to open the airway and maintain a good seal for the mask portion of the mask to ensure appropriate oxygen delivery. An oral adjunct airway was also inserted at this point into the patient to prevent the tongue from including the trachea and preserving the patient airway. Lieutenant Courtney Morrow, another certified EMT, took over the breathing. At the same time, Medical Officer Stephen McNamara, certified paramedic, was assembling an AED with the help of policewoman Lisa Schmid, also a certified EMT. Sergeant Sean McCaffrey, in addition to serving as communications director of the Sanford scene, began assisting in the readying of equipment and control and crowd control. After fixing the pads, no shot was advised. Lifeguard Captain Nick Brazzillo monitored the AED for any further updates. Steve then began to assess the patient for pulse, blood pressure, and lung sounds. After a few rounds of CPR, a pulse was detected. The patient was then placed on a backboard and driven to the beach. Off the beach by patrolman Bowler, Sergeant McCaffrey helped hold the board on the vehicle as rescue birds were continued while moving since the patient was not breathing on his own at that point. At the street entrance of Coral Street, the patient was once again assessed and was determined he had a good pulse, good blood pressure, but was not breathing on his own. Rescue breathing was continued. The ambulance arrived at this point. The patient was loaded on board. It was decided Chief Lawrence would go to assist the first aid squad in patient care. The ship pod had been moved to the hospital. The patient began breathing on his own and opened his eyes. At Route 72, he was speaking in small sentences. In the emergency department, he was able to communicate through speaking what was bothering him and what hurt him. Coordinated actions of the individuals mentioned above led to the saving of this man's life. It was a true team effort. The relationship that existed between the police department and police patrol can only be described as special. Without the support and assistance of police officers and lifeguards would not do the fantastic job they do every day. Men and women of beach patrol take enormous comfort in knowing that the amazing, dedicated professional members of the Beach Haven Police Department are always there and always on duty. It's an honor and privilege to work. The reason I read the whole thing is that I couldn't cut it short and do any justice to these things. The reason I, also read it was just the high level of the people that we have working with us. EMTs, paramedics, and all people that have done this time and time again. We're so lucky to have them. We're so lucky to have a police department that's responsive to them, where things weren't so good in the past. So I just wanted to pass along. So if you see a lifeguard out there, or tell them that, we're happy that they're there, making life better for ourselves and our families.
Thank you. Doug, want to make a,
Yes, I'd just like to make a comment. Being in the water most every day is a lot more dangerous out there now. It's really, I don't know how you can publicize that. It's not like it was.
We know
You may know that.
yeah.
And the cross current is frightening.
I promise sure I do an update on your landing house.
Well, I mean, we closed the floor to public comment.
What did you?
You want that now? We should probably.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Why don't you wait till we finish and then sit
You got
down? Sit in the front, and then we'll call you.
I can sneak out this way.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wade, that's very, that was very nice. And we are very fortunate to have such a good lifeguard squad and a good police force. And I know our police really care about our community. And as to the lifeguards, and we're very fortunate that we have a lifeguard barracks in town. And one of the things we're seeing this summer in particular is the difficulty in getting employees because of the fact that the housing is so expensive on the island, and it keeps getting worse. So we have a lifeguard barracks, which allows us to have people that otherwise couldn't probably afford to live on the island. We probably should think about expanding this sort of communal living experience to try to recruit more people in public works and people that can work in the summer, because it really is a problem getting good people to help us deal with the huge influx of people we have during the summer. Chuck?
I just wanted to welcome Rich back. It's great to have him back. That's all.
Thank you. Don?
Just a reminder to everybody, Bob Keeler's daughter, Melissa's very ill. She's in the hospital. Buckaloo's is having a fundraiser for them on September the 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. And if anybody wants to make a donation, they can either go to the Buckaloo's event or see Sherry make a donation to help them some of the costs. They're in the hospital over here for quite some time.
Yeah, thank you, that's important. This is, she could possibly be in rehab for 2 years. So it's a very difficult thing. And everybody in town seems to be rallying together around this. I just want to make a brief comment, and one of the things that we know that the waves are breaking close to shore, and people are used to riding the waves, and they still try to ride them even on their boogie boards, and we're having a lot of people crash into the beach and actually getting hurt. And I've had a number of mothers come to me asking about the Bay Beach for toddlers. And it looks like I brought there's one area in town where we might be able to recreate a Bay Beach, which we used to have when I was a kid down here. I taught swimming lessons there, and we had a lifeguard on the Bay Beach, and I actually did that. And so I brought the engineer over, and he thinks it's a doable thing. So that might be a helpful thing for mothers with small children, because it is very dangerous right now. I am guaranteed by the Army Corps that this problem will resolve itself. Maybe not next summer, but in a couple summers. It has in other places on the island that have had the beach renourishment longer than we have. And just as a matter for the sand to fill in and create some bars out there. But at the moment, it is scary, and it's really hard to kind of publicize it. You don't want to scare people to death, but on the other hand, the lifeguards have been doing an amazing job. So that's beneficial. And we're learning with this project. We were very fortunate to get the project and not have to pay a nickel for it. But as Rich said in his comments, we are responsible for maintaining the walkways on the beach, and this is a big job because when it rains and when you have a storm, it's damaged, and it means our public works people have to go out there and redo it, and it takes a long time. So we're really stressed right now for help to get the beaches accessible and get everything up and running. But I think everybody's worked hard in the town to make the summer as pleasant as possible. And I will stop at this point, and I will ask Mr. Kelly if you just I'm sorry, it just, we really should follow the format. I shouldn't even allow you to speak, but next time,
Let me
just
first apologize.
ask
for
the
not
audience.
making the agenda. Very briefly, I was asked to come up and give you a little rundown where we are with the project. We have addressed each of the issues that have come up. Stewart approached me some weeks ago, the property's being rented, used for storage. Mr. Mukovich and I had a meeting, he's raising the floor in back of his building. Mr. Peeler's attorney is talking to Mr. Bruce Couture. As soon as he shows in, supposedly he lives there 1 week out of every month. As soon as she gives him our letters of information, his house will come off. Stu Snyder and I spoke about an hour ago about the property, Mr. Augustin's property. And at that point in time, he said as soon as he had the final word on whatever actions he was taking there, we moved him. All the others will stay where they are for the time being. Sorry about that. I should have come up when it was published. You can throw me out anytime. you
No,
want.
Jim, we're just trying to follow the protocol here, so it's just helpful, yeah, you should.
I've been thrown out of better places.
We can put you on the agenda. All right, so do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.